Hello everyone and welcome to LoyaltyLion Connect Spotlight session. Here we are joined with one of our customers, Orvian Global, and we've got Christina here on the call who has very kindly offered to kind of walk us through the program with Orvian. So Christina, to get us started, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and your role to kick us off?
Sure, great. Hi, everyone. I am the Director of Global CRM and Loyalty for Orvian Global. Orvian is the parent company for a large cosmetics company. So underneath that are Bare Minerals, Buxom, and Mercier.
Awesome. And would you mind telling us a little bit about how you manage the loyalty programs of two fantastic brands, the Bare Minerals and Laura Mercier? And just tell us a little bit about how the two of those different programs differ from one another.
Sure. So for Bare Minerals was actually a legacy program that I took over. And it has a lot of great things into it, and we've constantly revamped. The one thing about the program that we utilize most about it is it's as an incentive. So we allow customers access to like our super fan panel, early product launches, and exclusivity like that. Laura Mercier was actually mimicked off of the Bare Minerals program success. However, we wanted a way to service the top tier customers for a prestige brand. Laura Mercier has a higher AOV, so we changed the points ratio to be a 1-to-1 versus Bare Minerals is a 5-to-1. And we structured the tier point allocation a little bit differently due to the overall spend per brand.
Awesome. Yeah, it's super important when a business is going into looking to set up a loyalty program that, like you guys have done, is to really cater for all the setup and the different customers as well. And like you mentioned, the spending of the different stores too. And so, yeah, that's definitely really important to think about in terms of the success of the program. So can you tell me a little bit more about your experience migrating the Bare Minerals program over to LoyaltyLion? Because I know you mentioned that you actually had a loyalty program before coming to LoyaltyLion.
Yeah, so we actually ended up changing our entire tech stack. So one of the other parts of that was to change our loyalty vendor. So we wanted to go with obviously LoyaltyLion because you guys are more agile and a partner with Shopify.
Okay, yeah, awesome. We see many brands that come to LoyaltyLion. Many of those, like you said, mainly come for the Shopify integration and the integrations that comes with that. So that's really great. And in terms of when you migrated, how was the overall experience? I'm not sure if you did it or was it another team member that managed?
Nope. I did everything. We had to redesign the loyalty pages, right? We had to be able to drive a more customer experience that LoyaltyLion offered us, which was wonderful. We also then had to look at how we could motivate our previous customers to come over and rejoin the program, right? So the way that we did that is we actually looked at the most active customers in our old database. We ported them over into LoyaltyLion, and then we tried to incentivize them to come back and create an account to then be new active members. The way that we did this is we retargeted them through email, and we said, hey, come back to us, gain access to your new points as well as other incentives. So we did additional sampling, and we said, hey, come back, restart your account. You not only get these amount of points, but we'll also give you XYZ in the samples. So we gave them like a 3-piece GWP to start, and we went from there.
I love that. Yeah, I think it's really important when a brand is either migrating or setting up a new loyalty program by considering a customer's previous interaction with the brand. I think it's really important to recognize those customers and their loyalty even before it existed. So I'm really glad to hear that was a big success for you guys too. So when we're talking about the Laura Mercier and the Bare Minerals programs, tell me a little bit about how customers can earn points in the loyalty programs.
Yeah, so we have a large amount of, we have a semi-large amount of way that customers can earn points. So they can earn points by creating accounts. They can do it by making purchases, right? I mean, that's the whole point. They can sign up for subscription, and those are just the 3 highest point drivers for us right now.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and have you thought about leveraging any other rules anytime soon, or have you introduced any very recently?
Yeah, so we actually have ones that are a little bit lower in like in terms of earning points. We have like leave a review, and we
Hmm.
have like us on Facebook or Instagram,
Yep.
as well as those type of activities. But the other ones I mentioned previously are the ones that we see the most amount of points coming from.
Yeah, definitely. The high earners, the ones that are going to get them closer to their next reward.
Exactly,
Definitely.
that's really what they care about, right? Like, they just want to earn
Yeah,
points.
exactly. Yeah, I know being a customer myself, I definitely look at that when I'm signing up to a loyalty program for sure. So with those points they're earning, what kind of rewards do you offer with your loyalty programs?
Yeah, we have a range of rewards per tier. So for our lower tiers, you can get samples, which is wonderful. We have a wide array of samples. And then as you move up the tiers, you get more rewards. So you can access full size, you can access percent off or dollar offs, which
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there's the money off, then you've got the
yeah.
samples as well. So samples is actually something that you leverage quite well, I think, in the program. So yeah, what are kind of customers' reactions to those types of rewards when you do add those in?
Yeah, so we actually see a lot of the times our new samples for new product launches go out the door a little bit quicker because customers are like, oh, why wouldn't I try a new sample for a new product launch without actually having to like put money behind it? So
Hmm.
we see that as a great initiative too. Same thing with some of our full size. If they have enough points, we'll add certain times certain new products in, and we see those fly at the door just because customers are more willing to spend points than they are dollars on certain products.
That's so true. Yeah, and I guess it's a great idea of cross-selling as well. They try a sample that they may not ordinarily purchase and want to spend, so they may as well try it out with the points that they've earned, right?
Yep.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So, I know that you really make sure that loyalty data is included in all of your email comms. So, tell us a little bit about what you pull from your email provider.
Yeah, so we make sure that all of the points data is in each and every single email. So we
Hmm.
pull in their tier, their points. We also pull in a progress bar showing like where they are in the tier process. Additionally, we pull in points that can be earned by purchasing a product dynamically or rewards that can be redeemed based off of their point allocation.
Okay, awesome. So, I what I really like personally from your emails is the tier banner at the bottom. I think it's really effective for a customer to see their tier position, but then also how close they are to upgrading as well, so they can obviously see the next tier up to. What else do you do within your emails for loyalty? Do you run any specific promotional activities? Because I know that's something that you do as well with both Bear and with Laura Mercier too.
Yeah, so part of our program is you get early access. So
Hmm.
we do a lot of early access, not only to product launches, but to certain events that we host on site. So that's one of the things that we really do well. And then we also have, for example, like our highest tier, they receive an annual gift. So they get that communication through email, or they get, like everybody gets a birthday gift if you're signed up. So that's always pulled in. So we use all that information.
That's super exciting. With the annual gift one as well, how do you leverage that? Is that usually at the end of the year, or is that at different points of the year for your customers, depending on when they move up a tier? Is that?
Yeah, so the diamond gift is like you've been in the diamond reward for over a year. So it's actually pulls in your join date or the date that you entered into the diamond tier. So,
Mhm.
you can level up. So if you go from our middle tier to our highest tier, like it'll be that date. Or if you automatically join as a diamond member, meaning like you spent a large amount and you join, like you're automatically in that, it'll take that date into account.
I love that. I wish I could kind of have enough money to zoom straight up to the diamond tier. Personally, I would love to spend that much on beauty in one go, but
They're our
that's
most
super
loyal
lovely.
customers, right? They're our
Yeah.
repeat purchasers. They not only buy one product, they buy
Mhm.
a range of products, or they just go through the product more frequently.
Yeah, definitely for people that love to do their makeup every day, go into the office. I can definitely see that. No, that's super awesome and some really nice insight too. So, let's talk about your program performance so far. Kind of what KPIs do you typically measure and how are you performing against those so far?
Yeah, so our loyalty customer AOV is actually 15% versus our site average, which is phenomenal. So we use that a lot. And then our redemption rate is plus 400% from our previous program.
Wow.
So those are some great metrics that we look at every single month.
That's so impressive. And why do you think it's seen such an uplift from your previous program to when you've now migrated over to us?
I think it's a lot to do with the ease of the program and how to redeem rewards. Our loyalty page is great. We use the LoyaltyLion template. We're constantly refreshing our reward shop, and we really do a lot of data digging into like what the customers want. So we're very pleased with the performance.
That's so awesome. I think, like you mentioned, keeping it fresh is key. I think where typically brands might not see the return that they want to see is if they see it as more of a set and forget. Whereas, like you said, keeping it fresh, keeping it interesting, and just adding variety in the program is super, super important. Now, do you do any particular different strategies for Bare Minerals versus Laura Mercier when it comes to KPIs and what you tend to track, or does that change seasonally at all?
No, it's relatively honestly the same because at the end of the day, we're really looking at how our loyalty program can not only drive revenue, but provide a service. So essentially the metrics are the same. The one thing I would say is that, we do try and test like if what works for one brand, hopefully it'll work for the other, but they're two different brands in terms of like prestige or not. But at the end of the day, the customer shopping experience is what's important, right? So we have checkout, rewards in cart, which is a benefit to us. We have that across both sites. Aesthetically, they're a little bit different, giving the different images on the site. But however, it's the overall use of the program and the ease of it that we look for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people watching, you should check out their sites. They are gorgeous. I think you've done a really good job of incorporating the loyalty program throughout your sites for both, just to make it really easy to redeem, to navigate, for customers to at least find those rewards as well. And I think that's really important, like you said as well, in terms of just the customer purchasing journey too.
Yeah. We really want to be a brand destination. So we're really trying to compete with the bigger brands and offer a customer service.
Yeah, I love that. It's so, so important. So obviously it's getting to a busy time. We've got Black Friday coming up, and as we know, peak period, holiday period. So how about Black Friday, Cyber Monday? Is there anything your customers should look out for and get excited about?
Yeah, so we use early access as a great recruiting tool. So our customers will get early access to the biggest sale of the season. Bare Minerals early access on average drove plus 300% versus our yearly average for signups. So it's a huge recruitment tool. And for Laura Mercier, it's plus 255%. So we really do see that. And everybody can look out on 11/23 for early access.
That's so exciting. Yeah, I think early access is probably one of the most important things to obviously recognize those customers that are loyal, and even those that potentially have shopped with you before but aren't aware of the loyalty program, or are a returning customer that haven't shopped in a while. And you can say, look, you can get early access, sign up here, and therefore increasing enrollment as well. I love that. I think that's exciting. So we'll definitely have to check it out then. So obviously on this call, we do have a few brands that might not have loyalty at the moment or are thinking about bringing on loyalty. So what advice would you give to another organization looking to implement a loyalty program?
Yeah, I would definitely say that look at what other competitors are doing or other retailers that house your products, because at the same time, like you don't want to be too wildly drastic, but you still want to offer the table stakes of a loyalty program, right? So for example, it could be free shipping. It could be free 2-day shipping if you move up through the tiers. Could be samples, right? You have to make sure that that's something if other brands are doing that. And it can also be like early access, like maybe just joining up and like getting even a few hours that might really be beneficial to anybody that's looking.
Getting access before everyone else and skipping the queue essentially. Yeah, I quite a few brands leveraging that, which works really well. And just for even customers to get their hands on maybe an item that has gone trending on TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is, I think it's super exciting and offers a different experience.
Yeah, even if like it's for like, for example, if you're like a big clothing retailer or a small clothing retailer, but you only have limited stock, like those loyal customers are more likely to come back and purchase if you make sure that they get that product before other people, right? So like that's a way to utilize the loyalty program.
Mm-hmm. I see online sometimes when brands do like birthday sales and things like that, and how heartbroken people are when they don't get the products they want. And yeah, exactly like you were saying, like if they can get their hands on it earlier than everyone else, they're just going to be even more ecstatic that they've become a part of the program and they've seen value from it just for them shopping too.
Yeah.
So final question, we've kind of whizzed through this, it's flown by, but what's next for the brand in terms of loyalty? Is there anything specifically we can get excited about?
We're really trying to listen to our customers and see what they want out of the program. So we're currently digging into all the data we have and hoping that we can level up our program in 2025 based off of what customers want to see. So
that's
you
super
have to
exciting.
join and see.
Join and leave your feedback. In terms of feedback, actually, I'm interested to know, how are you collating kind of that information from your customers and learning about what they want from the loyalty program?
Yeah, so a lot of times they like write into our customer service, and our customer service is a great tool that we have. Additionally, we have another outside vendor that we work with, is a research vendor that which we call our superfan panel. They can join this program, and we do see a lot of overlap between that program and our loyalty customers. We really have like an open forum within them. And then we also utilize some of their tools to help inform us in terms of like research, finding out what customers want, what are they looking for, what are we missing.
Oh, I love that. That's such a great idea. And something that a lot of people on this call already will probably have, and just leveraging their customer service teams, or if it's just you on your own, you probably get an insight into what people want from the program too. So that's some really cool ideas to take away from today. So thank you so much, Christina, for joining. We really appreciate you spending a little bit of time talking about those two programs and your experience. So now I'm going to hand it back over to Fee, and she'll take you into the next session.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.